Welcome back to the next sit down of Married and Mic'd.
Hi everybody. Thank you to all our new subscribers.
There's been a lot of you, so
Yeah.
thank you so much. We appreciate you appreciating us, which makes us want to produce more content for you.
Keep subscribed, keep watching. We have got some more exciting content coming for you. So apart from the podcast, there'll be a little bit more for you to see. So keep tuned, guys.
Absolutely. Okay, Amri, as we always do, we always start with what's top of our mind this week. I want to hear what's on top of your mind.
Okay, I've got a good one this time.
Okay.
If there's a few things you could tell your younger self, what would they be?
Ooh. So what have you been telling your younger self?
I think one of the really important pieces of advice that I kind of give to myself is that it's okay not to have everything figured out by a certain time or certain age.
Yeah.
It's okay to not have achieved all the things that you might have thought by at this point you might have achieved.
Okay.
And I think that's something that's really, really important to remind myself about where I'm at and just to be really content and grateful.
So take it easy, let life take its course. Don't stress over the little things, so long as you're headed in the right direction.
I think people put a lot of pressure on themselves. And I
Okay.
hear this a lot.
Yeah.
By the age of 30, you need to be this, this, this. By the
Yeah.
age of 35, you need to have this, this, this. And if you've already got X, Y, and Z, you need to either have more of it or less of it. There's just no winning.
Yeah.
Meeting other people's expectations. So essentially, what I like to tell myself now is, I'm not here to meet anybody else's expectations.
It's interesting. It's a very good point.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a time when I was younger than 18 and I remember reading in the newspaper, for those of you who remember what newspapers
What a
are.
newspaper is.
Yeah.
They're still around, by the way.
Well, that's jogged my memory on for something else, but back to the first story. I remember reading that an 18-year-old had bought himself a Ferrari because he did business or whatever he did. But it kind of set me up with the goal that I wanted to achieve when I was really young.
Yeah.
We're still working on it. I'm still young.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, even though you call me a dinosaur sometimes.
I mean, your mental age is one thing and your physical age is another, but we will
I
talk
agree.
about that.
My mental age is hell of a lot younger. And on the point of the newspapers, I remember they used to come out every day. And they were 25 pence for the local newspaper. You'd have one out every day of the week.
Unless, guess Grandad, you used to purchase yourself one with a hot cup of tea and read it.
Don't drink tea. But
you read the newspaper.
But I read the newspaper on the daily.
Of the Times, was it?
No, the Evening Courier, it used to be called.
Okay.
And that'll probably give it away from where it's from as well.
Okay.
Have you got anything else?
I have got another one, and I think this is one that's really, really meaningful to me. More than probably most things that I've learned about myself over the years. And one of them is, you don't need closure.
Okay.
You can just move on. And by that I mean closure from relationships, friendships, jobs, people you're around. If somebody's done something to hurt you, upset you, you know what? You don't need to wait around for their apology.
Yeah.
You just learn to move on.
You just move
And
forward.
if that time comes where you can talk about that situation again and they apologise, you're already in a really good position because you haven't been waiting for it. I think if there's one important thing I would advise anyone.
That's a hot take because most people want closure.
Yeah.
It kind of helps them process it. Do you feel like by not having closure though, there's always going to be something that's in limbo because it doesn't feel quite complete then?
I think when you're waiting for closure, you're waiting for that other person for you to then feel a certain way.
Right.
Maybe feel better about yourself, learn to forgive more.
Yeah.
But you don't need that. And essentially, they're in control of your emotions. And I promise you that this is something that I feel is very personal to me.
Okay.
So from my younger years, so for example, from teenage years, that whole phase of my life till this point, if I could have said that to myself 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I wouldn't have sat there and questioned a lot of people who were in my life and waited for closure. I could have just been like,
What is it? What is it in your brain when they start firing, when you're thinking of everything? Neurons. We've got a doc on the show. My neurons are doing overtime right now because this is actually really deep.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, to your point that you're placing the power in somebody else's hand and you're now taking control of that for yourself. Whew,
And shall I
that's
tell you
empowering,
something?
big time.
I learned to do that about 10 years ago.
Really?
And that's when you came into my life. It was the best time for me. I feel like a lot of people have this number in their head as to when somebody should be in their life for them to have this meaningful relationship. But I feel like sometimes you are on your own pathway.
Absolutely.
Where you're going through different hurdles, figuring yourself out, and your time will come to have that person in your life who is special and adds meaning to your life.
I agree. I'm still buzzing over the whole empowerment piece that we just spoke about. So I'm going to go back to it for a second.
Do you know what I actually thought you were going to say? I'm still waiting for my special person to come. I was like, right, so this is over then.
No comment. Going back to that, I think it's so important to like spend a bit of time on that because really that's what we should be teaching the next generation.
Absolutely.
Because we are given social constructs, some from religion, some maybe not from religion and society.
And what we've been exposed to.
Exactly.
Being brought up.
But if you can challenge the thinking and find something that works for you, such as empowering and keeping the control for yourself, I think a little example that I can think of is if somebody pushes into the line whilst you're queuing up at the supermarket. Like, if you get really angry and annoyed and start screaming and shouting because they've pushed in front of you, you're giving them that power. Whereas if you're able to, I'm not saying it's easy, but if you can hold back and not give them that, that's where the ego element comes in for me.
But that's more of a superficial example, right? I'm talking about people who might have been in your life, who have caused you pain, who have caused you upset, who have caused you to question
Don't jump in front of me at the supermarket, that's painful. Because I've got to get home. What I'm saying is, okay, you might think it's superficial, that example, but the point still stands. It's about how much are you willing to allow other people to affect you and your emotions and your psyche, because, wow, I honestly, I'm buzzing.
Yeah.
Because that is really powerful stuff. Not giving somebody else the control over you. You choose how you want to react.
Yeah.
When you react. If at all you react.
I have some very special people in my life who ask me how I can be the way I am now.
I think you're a real life Yoda.
I tell them
Wise one you are.
It's self-growth over the years, and I know people throw that term around, but actually it holds a lot of value to me. Self-growth. I'm still learning.
Always have to.
I feel like I've become a bit more softer over the past few years, and a lot of things have happened in life that have kind of made me like that. But basically, I'm really like happy with the way I am now.
Alhamdulillah. Really good. How would you encourage the viewers to sort of think about that? For me, it's critical thinking. If you can develop that, you're buzzing.
I feel like if somebody's caused you pain, hurt, they've done something that you might find it hard to move past, it's okay not to forgive straight away. Take your time, because when you take your time and you learn to forgive, you're no longer hurt by that situation. You just learn to move on.
I disagree, to be honest. Only on the part of taking your time. Because if you take your time to forgive somebody, however long it takes you to forgive them, that's still potentially playing on your mind. Maybe not actively, but up until the point that you decide, well, actually, I don't care, forgive you, off you go.
I disagree with you.
That's my interpretation.
If you put pressure on yourself to forgive somebody or move past something when you're not ready, or you put that pressure on yourself for that time frame, it's not genuine, and it actually makes you feel a lot worse.
So maybe there's a point here then that people will forgive at different times and on what's acceptable to them.
Essentially, what I'm trying to say is that's okay. You
Yeah.
don't need to wait around for closure. You can move on.
True.
And that's something, if you can incorporate into your life now, it's never too late.
Setting you up with success, or the keys to success.
Yes. So topic of the week this week, Jimmy,
Yeah.
is about children. And it's something that people without kids might find a little bit boring. Sorry, but stay tuned because there's lots of things to learn from this.
No, I actually think it applies across the board.
Okay.
Because if you don't have children, it doesn't matter. We've all been children at one point.
That's so true. Some of us still are. You know, we can't shake off those childhood tendencies.
Guilty.
So, how have childhoods changed over the years,
Easy.
over the generations?
I love these questions because
You know, the first thing that pops to my mind is not being able to play out like I used to play out all the time.
you know what pops into my mind?
Go
Not
on.
being able to answer my question.
Okay,
That's
here you
after
go.
me.
I mean, I did ask you the question, didn't I?
Exactly. Write the theme tune, sing the theme tune. Anyhow, I was going to say before you interrupted me that this is one of those questions that can be answered quite easily within 90 seconds,
Go on.
and then we can go and crack on and enjoy the evening.
Yeah.
Which is childhoods then. You didn't have no technology,
Yeah.
and now we have an abundance of technology,
It means technology.
and therefore we just stay at home and we don't go out and play like we used to. Or I could talk about all the games that we used to play out on the streets.
Yeah.
Obviously different names based on different regions, but knock door run.
I mean, I don't think I'd say that's a game. That's like harassment. Which you could probably
Potentially.
get arrested for now. Have an
No.
ASBO against you.
No, but it contributed to an amazing childhood. The level up from knock door run was, you remember you used to get the milk bottles delivered. We
What
used to
did you
put the
do?
milk bottle on top of the handle of the door.
So when people used to open their door, it'd fall and break.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
and it'd scare them.
Okay.
It's safe to say nobody died from anything like
You
that.
sounded like a very horrible, nasty child, and I really hope your children do not emulate you because
They'll have a good time if they do.
I don't think those things are allowed in this day and age, which is hence why we're talking about it, right?
Yeah.
So apart from playing out, obviously, there were, for those who were lucky enough to have Sky and all these fancy packages then, some of us had 5 channels. And
Amazing.
if there were multiple children in the house, you very rarely got your time.
Yeah,
Being the
that's true.
youngest, I didn't get my time. And I had to sit there, and with my brother, I had to watch what he wanted to watch. And he used to watch a lot of Simpsons.
Which for some reason you hate now.
Because I never enjoyed it. So on a Saturday morning, I used to try to run down before him so I could watch SMTV Live on ITV.
Cat Dealey version.
And he used to always want
Or
to
was
watch.
it Zoe Ball?
No, I think it was Cat Dealey, and he
Okay.
always wanted to watch the one on BBC One.
Yeah.
So I had to sit through the BBC One torture because he always got down there before me.
I'll tell you something though. That whole period of my life was phenomenal. We used to watch Friday Night TV, used to be brilliant.
Yeah.
Friends on Channel 4. Shout out to Friends. If you want to sponsor us, let me know.
Friends has even been removed from Netflix. I think it's getting totally cancelled by the Gen Z.
Behave yourselves, Gen Z. We're not Gen Z, are we?
No, we're
I
millennials.
had to look this up the other day.
Are we millennials?
Apparently we are, but it's so confusing
I don't
because it's
know.
like 80 something to...
I don't know what label we might fall into, but millennial sounds a bit young, right?
I'll take it if it's just on that basis. I don't care what label it is. Just that whole time was amazing. Like I said, Friday Night TV, Saturday mornings. I used to I used to play a lot of squash back then too, so I had like a nice balance of school, playing out with friends, my own little sports stuff that I used to do.
So
What-
a lot
what a
of those
time.
activities used to be free back then, and now you have to pay for them. So you have to pay for all the classes the kids attend to. I think that's changed over time as well. The lack of funding. So actually, if you can afford to pay for all these different classes that your child does, great. Well, if you can't afford it, then your child is not being able
Do you
to
remember?
learn those new skills.
Do you remember youth clubs?
Yeah, I used to go to a youth club, not the one for bad kids, the good kids one.
Were you a delinquent?
No, over the 6 weeks holidays, I used to attend a youth club.
Wow.
We did so many things.
Was that the born and rise of Amrita Dactyl?
How is that relevant right now?
Watch the previous episode if you haven't.
So
So those,
council funding is diminished over the years.
well, yeah, interesting because there was a youth club that I used to go to. They had a pool table in there. They had PlayStation 2s, various other like board games, chess, this, that, whatever. And you just used to continuously rotate around all the games, and you'd spend maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours there. Fantastic couple of nights of the week.
It'd be a shame if sporting activity was now only because you can afford to do it.
Well, that's essentially what it is now, right?
Yeah, because it's so important, not just for mental health, physical health. It teaches you discipline. It teaches you how to behave around other people. It's almost like you become part of a community outside of school, and I think that's really important for children.
It's funny you say that. All those things that you've just described there. Jiu-jitsu! Every episode which you've signed up for recently, so behave yourself. I'm telling you, get involved in jiu-jitsu will change your life. And you'll be saying that on the next 2-3 episodes. I think, so the long and short of it is, whilst we've taken a little trip down memory lane, I think the rise and consumption of technology in the forms of like tablets, phones.
Funding, money.
Yes, or increase of technology and decrease of like funding and
But
all
also,
these things.
another thing to add is like now both parents tend to work, so less availability to take your children to participate.
True, but it was a different time, you know. Sometimes I'd walk down to these youth clubs and they were half an hour, 45-minute walk.
Yeah, but you're not able to do that. You're not able to send your child. Like I remember being 8, 9, 10 and walking to the local shop, bringing something back. But now I could never imagine an 8, 9-year-old going. And if they do go, they'd have a phone, which we didn't have then.
That's true.
So we wouldn't be contactable or traceable, really.
Actually, that's the point, you know. Would you send an 8, 9-year-old to the shop now?
If I was sat in the car watching them physically go in, yes. But I also would fear, like when they're inside the shop, I can't see them. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I think I've got a lot of anxieties about all of this, purely based on how unsafe it is now. I think it's always been unsafe. It's just we're just more aware of it. If
True.
our parents knew
Yeah.
how unsafe it was for us,
So
maybe
are
we
you
would
saying
have
that-
had the freedom.
Are you saying they didn't?
I don't think they did. No,
But then I feel like there was more community vibes at that time too.
absolutely.
I was speaking to a friend about this not so long ago, and we said that even the drug dealers used to just hang out and spend time there. But you were kind of safe in the knowledge that they
You
were
were
just,
safe amongst drug dealers.
yeah.
No, what do they call it?
As odd as that sounds.
When you're young and you run drugs, a drug runner. You know when they use kids to do it.
A mule.
Yeah, maybe they were like scoping kids out and they looked at you and they were like, nah.
No, that's silly.
He's got a big mouth and he will totally give us up. He would be like, hey guys, guess what I'm carrying with me today?
Yeah, I'd get in trouble for that. There's 35 kilos of heroin at number 26. No, but the community vibe was different then.
I mean, we joke about that, but we know it's a really serious issue that is really prominent in a lot of places in the country.
You know, I find it mad thinking about that time and how things used to work.
You know, I'm really sorry, I just can't get the image out of my head
Go on.
of you being like a drug runner. I would never take you seriously.
Well, you might think of me as a drug runner. Maybe I was a Pablo Escobar in my former life.
Yeah, when you were like 5 and still in your nappies.
That's a bit late for nappies, no?
Exactly.
She's just given away how old she was when her nappies came off. You were 5.
Shut up.
No wonder. I've always thought you were a little bit full of shit. Interesting times to contrast between then and now.
Yeah, I mean, we've shared some memories, but it'd be really nice to know what some of your memories might be. Please comment or send us a message and let us know, because it'd be nice to know if people have similar shared memories as we do.
Absolutely.
You know, the millennials.
If any of them are really good, we'll read some of them out on the next episode.
And we'll keep you anonymous if you want.
Or we can plug you. It's totally up to you.
So let's move on to the next segment
Yes.
of the podcast.
Which
It's
is
Married and Mike.
rapid fire.
Let's go.
Go on then.
So, what life event do people milk for way too long than they should?
Okay, I'm going to try and keep this succinct as possible. I can't think of a life event, but there's a phrase that comes to mind when you ask this question. And there'll be so many people that are guilty of this. Like, they'll put up a post up on Facebook or something, and then somebody will comment saying, "You okay, hun?" with a "you okay, hun." That to me is the one of the funniest things I've seen in my life.
Why?
Because because if somebody has to put "you okay, hun" on your post,
Yeah.
you are clearly like begging for sympathy or some sort of attention.
So one thing that people still do, which I think should
Yeah.
be a crime. I mean, I guess it was okay when Facebook first came out, but it's when they put the whole relationship breakdown on the status, and then people are like commenting like, "Hope you're okay. You didn't deserve this. He didn't deserve you." Blah blah blah.
That can be summarised with "you okay, hun?"
We're terrible, aren't we?
But I've seen it so many times. Like Tracy will be with John in A&E on Saturday night because John's fallen over after 2 pints, and he's bless him, he's twisted his ankle, and Tracy's just like
All over Facebook.
selfie putting a picture up on
Sat in
Facebook.
A&E,
Yeah,
but she'll put a selfie of herself, not of John, so people think it's her in A&E.
exactly. So then Tracy gets bombarded with "you okay, hun?"
I really like that though.
Why?
It's a really good way to get attention.
No, but that's answering your question. There you go. I think for me, stuff like that really grinds my gears.
Is it cringy for you?
Big time.
You know, you are really cringy generally, but you cringe at other people.
I know.
Guys,
But-
I'm going to bring you some of his cringe stories next time. I've got one now.
Go on.
This is the biggest cringe, and it's something that people really need to get a grip with.
Okay.
It's half the population.
Right, so men versus women. Go on.
Man flu. Can't cope.
Well, I'm actually a little bit under the weather right now, if you can hear it
Can't
in my
cope
voice.
with man flu and how long you are out of action for, how you have an inability to do anything such as physically take your own tablets, get yourself some water, get out of bed, do the jobs. I mean, come on, get a grip, nation. Get a grip.
So long as that
Men.
wasn't directed at me, I'm good.
I think I've documented already you and your man flu.
Maybe all I'm looking for is a "you okay, hun?"
I think another thing that people make
Go
a
on.
way big deal about, weddings. I know it's a massive life event and all of that,
No, don't be like that.
but
You
come
were a
on.
little bridezilla.
Absolutely not. I was not.
You were.
You were bridezilla. I am no match to you.
You were a little bridezilla.
No. No,
It's
you know, like
okay.
people talk about their wedding for like a whole year and a half to 2 years in advance. I mean,
When did you get
can you
married?
talk about it a week before?
When did you get married?
10 years ago?
And you're still talking about it now?
No, I'm not talking about me. Talking about
Hadouken.
others.
Sure, you can.
Does anybody else agree with me, or am I just being really horrible there?
I think you've been horrible, man. Let
That
them-
was not for you to answer, it was for the audience who actually
Oh.
can't physically reply to me because we're not live.
Anyhow, I think that's really mean
Okay.
because it's one of it's people's most important time in their life.
So
So
you-
it's a significant event.
Was it your most important time in your life?
It was an important time, yes.
Don't know whether I should be offended or... Should I be offended at that response?
No, because I had a good time,
But was it the most important life event at the time it happened?
obviously, because prior to that,
You had nothing exciting going on.
no, there were lots of other exciting things, but this was with you in it.
But like graduating from uni, just about.
Wow.
Let's not talk about your uni stories. I mean, we didn't go to uni together, but
We should have done.
absolutely not.
You'd have fancied me from day one.
No. I've been told what
You'd-
you were like.
You'd have seen me at library and gone, "Oof,
I know what you were like.
who's that young Burt Reynolds looking fella over there?
Please.
It looks gorgeous. That's what you would have thought about me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we can take it from there that you would have done. But anyway, you okay, hon? So, moving on to the next bit, we have got a twist on our quiz.
We do.
It's no lyrics because Warren G is not turning up for us tonight. It is 2 messages.
Yeah.
One is real, one is not real, as in it's AI generated.
So we have to guess, don't we?
You have to tell me, and you have to try and work out which one is AI generated and which one isn't.
Read them both.
So my scenario is you're writing a letter for your child to give to the teacher for why they're not in school.
Mm-hmm.
So letter number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Please excuse my child from school today. They woke up with a fever and refused to leave the bed.
Okay.
That's letter number 1.
Yeah.
Letter number 2. Please excuse my child's absence from school today due to a scheduled medical appointment. They will return to school after.
I know which one would be your lazy response.
No, not my lazy response. Which one is AI generated?
The
and
second
which
one.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'll reveal the answer at the end. You do yours.
Okay. So mine is a happy birthday message.
Okay.
Which I know a lot of people have been generating using AI. So stop sending me AI generated birthday messages. I like the real boring authentic
We know
ones.
the signs. We don't need to put it through, what's it called? One of them plagiarism detectors.
So, first one, happy birthday. On this special occasion, I want to take this time to acknowledge how truly meaningful you are to me and how much your presence brings happiness, joy, and inspiration to everyone's lives. I hope you have the most amazing day. Second one, happy birthday. I hope you have the best day and I hope you have the most amazing plans today. Eat lots of cake and pretend calories don't count today. Let's celebrate soon. Love you lots.
Do you know what? I think you've done what I've done. That smirk tells me everything. Both of them are AI.
No.
Really?
Hmm?
Because your voice changed for the second one, meaning you were putting more effort in
Mm.
to try and put me off the scent.
No, I'm not manipulating you like that. I don't have the ability to do that.
I'm going to say the...
Well, is my answer right, first of all? The first response would be you.
Oh, no.
What?
No.
That was AI?
Yeah.
And the second one was you?
No.
Both were AI.
That was also AI. Both of mine are AI
What would
generated.
be your note to school when go on? Let people know what a handwritten message from you would be like.
He's not coming in, Paula.
Is that the voicemail you'd leave?
Yeah.
Would you say, hello, this is so-and-so's dad?
No, I'd say, good morning, this is the father of one young... Oop. Insert child's name. He won't be at school today because he's contracted a virus.
Why do you sound like you're on the toilet having a shit?
Because that's where I may be making the call from.
You're terrible, you.
Yeah, sorry, pause for a second. Won't be in school today.
Well, what about mine? Which one? Is the AI?
AI was the first one.
And what makes you say that?
Just tell me if I'm right or not, and then I'll tell you.
Yes, correct.
Because you never speak like that.
You bring so much happiness, joy, and inspiration to my life. I do say that to people. You probably don't make the cut.
I was just going to say, I've never heard that. Interesting.
Ask my friends, I do send a pretty good happy birthday message.
Don't make me shout out to the girls again.
Not again, you can't do it every episode.
Awesome. That's been a fun little quiz. That wraps it up for us. Thank you for joining us. Join us. Make sure you subscribe because about half of you are not subscribed that are watching. So please subscribe. It helps us.
Yeah, and we've got lots of new content coming, something a little bit different from the podcast. So if you're not subscribed, you're not going to know. See you soon on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.